Hey everyone, today I wanted to go over the Sigma 24-70 lens. I've had this lens for just over a year now and I'm a pretty big fan of it. I wanted to go over some of the specs that are on it, some of the comparisons, some of the other stuff that's out there. And if you stay till the end, you can see a couple pictures and some video that I've taken with it so you can see the quality for yourself. Alright, so let's talk about a couple things. This is going to be the E-mount series. Everything I shoot is on Sony right now, so I'm working with an A7 IV and an A7R IV. A couple of the features that I like on this, and I'm going to compare this to some of the Sony products that I've had, some of the Sony lenses. This thing has some features that are up there with the G Master features, and that's what I really like about the price. I'm not a full-time photographer. I do this as a side business. In my normal job, I do some photography and video work, and I do use this lens for all that kind of stuff as well. So this is coming from a part-time perspective. If you're a professional photographer, you may want to spring for the G Master lens, but for me, for the price and the quality, I think this is a good option. So one of the things I'm a big fan of with this is going to be the lens hood lock. A lot of the times I carry my camera around just on a camera strap, and I won't have the lens cover on, so if I throw this on there, I know that it's going to stay on and it's going to protect my lens for some accidental dings and scrapes. So big fan of that. I think that's an awesome feature. In comparison, a lot of the other Sony lenses I've ever owned did not have that. And the only one I ever have owned is one of the G Masters, the 70-200, that has that feature on that. So again, kind of a premium feature that you don't see on some of the other lenses that you do see on this lens. Also, kind of in that same line, the lens here has a zoom lock. So what's important about that with the zoom lock is you can put that on and you don't have to worry about your lens extending when you're just carrying it around on your strap. So it can be kind of inconvenient, might cause damage to the lens if it's dropping out constantly. That's not a great thing. But with that, you can throw the lens lock on and you can carry it around and it's not going to extend out while you're walking around with it on a camera strap. The cool thing about it though is that if you are in kind of a hurry and you need to get a quick photo and you need to just get your lens up and point it at what you need to point it at, you don't have to worry about unlocking that and pressing the button. All you have to do is twist the zoom ring and it automatically disengages that so you can get focused on what you need to focus on, zoom into whatever you're trying to zoom in on. Another cool feature of this lens is that it's weather sealed. Again, kind of a premium feature that you usually see on the G series or G Master series for the Sony lenses. It has this rubber gasket around the inside and is pretty well sealed. So a lot of times when I'm out with my A7R4 or my A7 IV, I'm not too worried about if there's a little bit of weather or if there's some sand blowing around or something like that. I know the lens is going to be pretty well protected, so it's a good feature for that to have. So let's talk about a little bit of the price on this. So this is an $1,100 lens. Sometimes you can find it cheaper. I think it's on sale right now if you go on B&H for about $50 off. In comparison, to get a lens like this, and this is a 2.8 lens, so it's kind of a fast lens. A lot of the times these lenses are going to be up and they're going to cost several $1,000s. The Sony Mark I version of this lens is running about $1,600 right now, and the Sony Mark II version of this lens is running for about $2,300. So it's a huge cost savings. The newer lens obviously is going to probably have a little bit nicer features on it. I think that one has a iris ring, so that's kind of a cool feature. But again, for the price, you're looking at almost 1.5 times the price to pick up that lens versus this lens. So what I want to do now, like I said, I've been carrying this lens around for a while. I've done quite a few video projects with it, weddings, all sorts of stuff. So I want to go ahead and throw some stuff up on the screen here and kind of show you some of the examples, some example shots that I've done with this lens over the last year. So with these first couple that I'm going to put up are going to be some wedding photos that I've taken. These were all taken with the A7R4, again with that Sigma 24-70 lens. And you can see the lens is producing great quality images. It's something I'm not too concerned about with clients that I didn't spend $2,000 on a lens and I only spent $1,000. This is a good quality lens and it's producing good images for me, as you can see here. So for the video that I'm going to show you, these were all shot on the A7 IV. This was all done in 422 10-bit in 4K, so you can kind of get an idea of what the image quality was that this was taken with. Again, here's some shots. Some of these were taken at weddings, and then we also have an additional shot that I took while I was up on a catamaran in Lake Tahoe here in Nevada. So again, you can see the color reproduction, the image quality, the sharpness, everything looks pretty good with it. It's a solid quality lens that I would highly recommend. So one of the things I want to emphasize with my channel is that I'm not a full-time photographer, and the stuff that I want to point out to people that are maybe interested in being a semi-professional photographer, that maybe don't have the money to invest in super high-end equipment at the moment, that just want to get into something but don't want to start at the lower grade. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about and review is probably going to be a little bit more of the mid-level range. Not to say that you can't go out and do professional photography with that. I'm going to post another video here soon just kind of explaining about who I am and what kind of work I do and kind of what got me into doing this. But yeah, look for that. So if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more reviews like this, going over different equipment that I use, kind of the workflows that I work with, the kinds of things that you can do with the equipment that I use, and how to get clients. All these kind of things, we're going to talk about them. If you have any topics that you want to talk about, throw them in the comments below, let me know, and we'll see if we can cover those. But again, if you like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the like button. I'd appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next video.